So this is the second video in how to create a text-based adventure. In this one we're going to look at putting background images to some of our pages. So here is the Twine adventure we built in the last video, and all we're going to do now is look at how we can add an image behind here. To do that we need a little bit of code. So I'm just going to go to a Word document, and I'll leave this Word document underneath this video in the information section so you can grab this code because it's quite complicated. So I'm just going to grab that and I'm going to Control C and Control V, so Control C to copy, and I'm going to go to my Storm and something called a style sheet. I'm not going to go into too much detail about style sheets today, but if you copy and paste that into there, that's the information. Now then, this says there's a Twine story and it's a tag, and if you give that tag a name, Twine will look for that name. So I'm going to call that Storm, and then here there's a background image URL, and you have to put an image link in. So all you need to do now is to go on to Google. Again, if you're doing searches, make sure your parents are aware that you're doing searches and that you've got safe search on. And if you come across an image which is inappropriate or upsetting, tell an adult straight away so they can help you with that. So I'm just going to put in here Storm. And I'm going to go to Images, and on Tools I'm going to choose Usage Rights, Label for Reuse. So those are images that people are happy for me to use in my work. So I think looking around here, I quite like that image there. So I'm going to click onto that image, and I want to get to the biggest version of this image, which is here. When I get to here, I can now copy that image address. I can go back and I'm going to rub out where it says your image link, because that was just information for me. And I've got to make sure I keep these quotation marks. So I don't want to lose those because that's important. And I'm going to paste the URL in. So now I can see the image URL with the quotation marks. It takes me to the page where that picture is. And then this says background size cover. That means it will stretch the image to cover the whole page. So if it's a funny size image, there won't be any black bits around the side. So now if I go back to my adventure and click play, there's still no image. That's because I haven't told it to put it onto this page. So if we go back again and we look at the style sheet, we said there was a tag and the tag was called Storm. So what I've got to do is I've got to go onto this page and I've got to add a tag. And you can see here it says tag. So I'm going to type the word Storm. Now it has to be exactly the same as the word you've used, even with capital letters, otherwise it won't work. So I click add. If I make a mistake, I can click on here and I can delete it. And now when I click on play, you can see it's put that stormy picture in the background. But you can see sometimes the writing changes. So you might have to change the colour of the writing as well. And I'll show you how to do that in a minute. So now I'm going to put another picture on the bedroom. So I'm going to go back onto here, I'm going to go to the style sheet, and basically it's the same code there with this squiggly bracket at the end. I'm just going to put a return in and paste it down there. So I've copied and pasted that. I'm going to change the name for the tag. So this one's going to be called the bedroom, and I'm going to get rid of that URL. That's the link to that picture. And remember, I must make sure I've still got these two quotation marks there because I'm going to put my new image there. So if I go here and I just search for cottage room, and down here I've got a nice picture here. Now sometimes when you follow these pictures, they'll take you to other areas. As in this one, you can see it's zooming in. I can't copy this one. So what I'm going to do is just close that, and I'm going to see if I can copy and paste this image instead. So I've got copied image address. I'm going to go back to here, click when it needs to be where the URL is, paste it in there, and that looks like it's worked. Again, the background size cover is the same. So close that, and if I go on to this, the bedroom area, and add the tag bedroom, I'm just going to put a capital B this time to show you that it won't work. So I click on add, and if I click on to play, can you see it hasn't picked it up because it's looking for a tag with bedroom with a capital B, and our tag has one with a lowercase. So I'm going to delete that one. I'm just going to add it with a lowercase this time. So it's bedroom with lowercase b. And now when I go onto here and I show you that one, you can see the bedrooms there as well. So the last thing I'll look at is the colour of the text. We did say that when we looked at the first one here, the text didn't stand up very well because of the colours. So we're going to go back to the style sheet again, and we can decide the colours of various texts as well. So again, I've given you the text for this, the code for this, in the Word document underneath in the information section. And here I've got two little pieces of text code. So I'm going to copy both of those, and I'm just going to paste those into here. And you can see there's two different ones. One says Twine Passage, the colour, and it's red, and Twine Passage, the link colour, and it's green. So because this is just Twine Passaging, there's no tags, that will apply to all the pages. Because I put a tag in here, it's saying look for a tag first and then apply this. This is not saying look for a tag, it's just saying apply it. So if I close that now and I go onto a page, you'll see the text has gone to red and this has gone to green. I still can't see the green very well, and actually when the red one's there, I preferred it as white. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to edit that, and instead of red, I'm just going to put white. I'm just going to make sure that I put the word in so it's recognized, so the spaces are right, there's no gaps in between, and I think I'm going to go for orange on this one. And again, when it recognizes it, you can see it goes to red. So now the text color is white, and then that should be orange. So let's see if that's any better. Yeah, so the orange seems to stand out a bit more. And again, if I click on these, you can see it's done it to all the pages. I've no image on that one, but I have got an image on this one, and again, it seems to stand out a little bit better there as well. So that's Twine, and don't forget all the time you're coming down here and you're clicking Publish to File, and that file's going to your downloads area, and you need to keep that in order to keep your file in case you want to use it on another machine or you want to share it with someone else. I hope you enjoy those, and if you get some nice, exciting adventures, please let us know and send us a link so we can play them. Click here to access the tutorial video for this Techaway challenge. Click here for other videos in our Techaway challenge series, and click here to subscribe to our channel and access to all our videos.